Olivia's hands trembled as she gripped the steering wheel, her knuckles white against the leather, the rain pounding the windshield like accusations she couldn't escape. She had just left Alyssa's apartment, their whispered goodbye still echoing in her mind, a fragile promise shattered by the text from her father. "Come home now. We need to talk." What did he know? The thought clawed at her insides. Had he seen them together, or was this just another lecture on her choices? By the time she pulled into the driveway of their suburban Chicago home, her heart was a storm of fear and defiance, wondering if tonight was the night everything unraveled. She stepped inside, the familiar scent of her mother's pot roast doing nothing to calm the knot in her stomach. Her father, Robert, sat at the kitchen table, his face etched with lines deeper than she remembered, his Bible open like a weapon. "Olivia," he said, his voice low and steady, the kind that preceded sermons. "Sit down." Her mother, Margaret, hovered in the background, wringing a dish towel, her eyes avoiding Olivia's. This wasn't about curfew or grades. This was something worse. Olivia's mind raced back to the stolen moments with Alyssa. The way their hands brushed in the coffee shop, the laughter that felt like freedom, the kiss in the park that made the world fade. How could something so right feel so dangerous? "I saw you," Robert finally said, his words dropping like stones. "With that girl." "Alyssa." Olivia's breath caught, her world tilting. Denial surged first. Lie, say it's nothing, friend studying late. But the truth burned hotter. She loved Alyssa, had for months, in a way that defied everything her conservative family preached. "Dad, it's not what you think," she stammered, but he cut her off. "Don't lie to me. I've raised you better than this sin." Sin. The word hung heavy, a judgment she'd internalized for years, whispering doubts even as Alyssa's touch silenced them. Why couldn't he see her happiness? Why did love have to be a battle? The argument erupted like a dam breaking. Robert's voice rose, quoting verses about purity and family honor, his face reddening with a mix of anger and what Olivia hoped was fear for her soul. Margaret tried to intervene, her pleas soft and tearful. "Robert, please, she's our daughter." But Olivia pushed back, her voice cracking with pent-up rage. "You don't get it. I didn't choose this. It's who I am." The words felt liberating and terrifying, exposing the chasm between them. In her mind, she replayed the first time she realized. High school, noticing girls differently, suppressing it under church youth group pressures. Alyssa had changed that, her confidence a beacon, drawing Olivia out of the shadows. But now, facing her father's disapproval, the cost loomed large. Would she lose her family for love? As the night wore on, Olivia retreated to her room. The door slammed shut, but the echoes lingering. She texted Alyssa, "He knows." Freaking out. Alyssa's reply came quick. "We'll face it together. I love you." Love. It was a shield and a vulnerability. Olivia curled up, her thoughts a whirlwind. What if he kicks me out? What about college funds, tied to his expectations? Society's whispers amplified in her head. Lesbian, the label that invited stares, judgments from friends who'd ghost her, job prospects tainted by bias. Yet denying it felt like dying inside. She remembered their date last week, walking hand in hand through Millennium Park, ignoring the occasional glare. That freedom, was it worth this pain? Morning brought no relief. Robert cornered her at breakfast, his tone softer but insistent. "This isn't you, Olivia. It's a phase influenced by that liberal campus." Northwestern University, her escape, now painted as the villain. She wanted to scream that Alyssa was her anchor, not a corrupter. Their relationship had started innocently. A shared class, late-night talks turning intimate, revelations of shared struggles. Alyssa, from a more accepting family, had shown her what self-love looked like. But Robert's world was black and white. Church on Sundays, traditional values, no room for gray. "If you continue this," he warned, "there will be consequences." Consequences. The word chilled her. Financial cutoffs, emotional exile. Olivia's inner voice debated, fight or fold, preserve peace or claim truth. The day blurred into tension. At work, her part-time job at the bookstore, Olivia's mind wandered to Alyssa, planning their next meetup in secret. But doubt crept in. Was she dragging Alyssa into her mess? Alyssa's texts buzzed with support, but Olivia sensed the strain. That evening they met at a quiet diner, Alyssa's hand squeezing hers under the table. Your dad sounds intense, Alyssa said, her eyes searching. But you don't have to choose between us. Olivia nodded, but inside the conflict raged. Loyalty to family versus authenticity. She thought of her younger sister, Emily, idolizing her. What example was she setting? Betraying her own heart felt like a greater sin. As they parted, Olivia's resolve hardened. She wouldn't hide forever. But back home, Robert's ultimatum waited. End it or leave. The word struck like a blow, forcing a decision she wasn't ready for. In bed that night, her thoughts spiraled. Why must love cost so much? Society's acceptance was growing. But in her bubble it lagged, fueling isolation. She imagined a future without Alyssa. Empty, performative, and one without family. Lonely, unmoored. The choice loomed, a precipice of pain either way. The next week intensified the storm. Olivia avoided home, crashing at Alyssa's, but guilt gnawed. Calls from Margaret pleaded for return, laced with worry. Your father loves you, he's just scared. Scared of what? Losing control or her damnation? Olivia's inner monologue turned accusatory. You're selfish, tearing the family apart. But Alyssa's presence soothed. You're brave for loving openly. Their conversations deepened, Alyssa sharing her own coming-out scars. Friends lost, but freedom gained. It inspired yet terrified. Then the betrayal hit. Emily, overhearing a call, confronted Olivia. Is it true? You're gay. The word hung, Emily's eyes wide with confusion. Olivia explained gently, but Emily's tears revealed the ripple. Dad says it's wrong. The family's fracture widened, Olivia's heart aching for the innocence she shattered. Was truth worth this hurt? Pushing through the door of Alyssa's apartment, Olivia collapsed onto the couch, the weight of the past days crushing her. I can't keep sneaking around, she muttered, her voice laced with exhaustion. Alyssa knelt beside her, brushing a strand of hair from her face, their eyes locking in a silent vow. But even here, safety felt illusory. Robert's threats echoed, promising disownment if she didn't straighten out. Olivia's mind churned. How had love become a war zone? She replayed childhood memories, church picnics, her father's proud smiles at her straight-A report cards. Now tainted by his rejection. Alyssa suggested therapy, a neutral ground to unpack the mess. It helped me with my folks, she said, her tone hopeful. Olivia agreed, booking a session, but doubt lingered. Could words heal generational divides? The therapist, a kind woman named Dr. Hayes, listened as Olivia poured out her turmoil. The joy of Alyssa clashing with familial duty. You're not broken, Dr. Hayes affirmed. But change starts with boundaries. Boundaries. The concept felt foreign in a family where obedience was love. Olivia left empowered yet anxious. What if setting them meant losing everything? Back at work, whispers started. A coworker, spotting her with Alyssa at lunch, raised an eyebrow. Didn't know you swung that way. The casual remark stung. A reminder of societal scrutiny. Olivia's thoughts darkened. Why must my love be a spectacle? She confided in Alyssa that night, their conversation turning raw. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it, Olivia admitted, tears welling. Alyssa pulled back, hurt flashing in her eyes. Worth it? Am I just a phase to you? The accusation cut deep, exposing Olivia's indecision. She apologized, but the seed of doubt sprouted. Was she strong enough for this? The fracture grew when Robert called, his voice strained. Come to dinner. We miss you. Olivia went, hoping for olive branches, but found an ambush. A pastor friend joined, spouting reparative ideas. God can heal you, he intoned. Rage boiled in Olivia. Heal what? Her essence. She stormed out, Margaret chasing after. Please try for us. Try to be someone else? The drive home blurred with tears, her inner voice screaming. You're not the villain here. But guilt whispered otherwise, abandoning family for selfishness. Alyssa waited, concern etched on her face. How bad? Olivia recounted, collapsing into her arms. Their bond strengthened in crisis, but pressure mounted. Alyssa's job transfer loomed. A promotion to New York, adding urgency. Come with me, she urged. Start fresh. The idea tempted. Escape Chicago's suffocating norms, build a life unjudged. But Olivia hesitated. What about Emily, vulnerable to Robert's influence? Leaving felt like betrayal, staying like surrender. Days later, a confrontation escalated. Robert showed up at Alyssa's, banging on the door. "Olivia, this ends now." Alyssa blocked him. "She's an adult. Respect her." Words flew. Accusations of corruption, pleas for salvation. Olivia stood frozen, torn between defending her love and pacifying her father. "Dad, go home," she finally said, her voice breaking. He left, defeated, but his parting shot lingered. "You'll regret this." Regret. It haunted her nights. Was happiness an illusion if it destroyed roots? Social ripples widened. Friends distanced, church group chats went silent. One message stung. "Praying for you to find the right path." The condescension fueled anger but also isolation. Olivia's thoughts turned inward. Why fight a world that labels love as deviance? Alyssa countered with stories of pride parades. Communities thriving despite hate. "We're not alone," she insisted. Their debates deepened intimacy, but also highlighted differences. Alyssa's optimism versus Olivia's caution. Then the unexpected twist. Margaret called, voice trembling. "Your father's having chest pains. Stress from this." Guilt surged. Had her choices caused harm? Rushing to the hospital, Olivia found Robert pale, hooked to machines. "I'm sorry," he whispered, but his eyes held accusation. Margaret pulled her aside. "He worries you'll end up alone, rejected." Rejected by whom? Society's mirror reflected back. Job discriminations, family estrangements, the constant battle for rights. Olivia's resolve wavered. Sacrifice love for peace? Discharged, Robert softened slightly, allowing talks without judgment. But underlying tension simmered. Olivia shared glimpses of her feelings, hoping for understanding. "It's not a choice, Dad." He listened but countered. "Family comes first." Whose family? Hers felt conditional. Inner conflict peaked. Deny self for harmony, or embrace truth at cost? Alyssa sensed the pullback. "You're slipping away," she accused during a heated argument. "Fight for us," Olivia snapped. "It's easy for you, your family's okay with it." Hurt words exchanged, revealing cracks. Alyssa stormed out, leaving Olivia alone with regrets. Was this the price, pushing away the one who mattered? Reconciliation attempts followed. Olivia apologized, vowing commitment. But seeds of doubt grew. A family dinner turned disastrous when Emily blurted, "I told my friends about you and Alyssa. They think it's cool." Robert's face darkened. "Not in this house." The outburst reignited war, Olivia defending. Times are changing. But change felt slow, personal tolls mounting. As weeks passed, Olivia balanced on a knife's edge secret meetings with Alyssa, strained family interactions. Her thoughts obsessed. What if I lose both? Society's progress mocked her reality. Laws evolving but hearts lagging. A turning point near, decisions demanding sacrifice. The phone rang at midnight, jolting Olivia from uneasy sleep beside Alyssa. It was Margaret, hysterical. "Emily's in trouble, come quick." Heart pounding, Olivia rushed to the family home. Mind racing with worst-case scenarios. Emily had snuck out, influenced by Olivia's rebellion, and gotten into a minor accident with friends. Robert blamed Olivia immediately. "This is what happens when you defy norms." The accusation ignited fury. How was her love responsible? But guilt twisted. Had her visibility encouraged Emily's recklessness? At the ER, Emily was fine, just shaken. But the incident amplified family fractures. Robert cornered Olivia. "See the chaos you're causing? Chaos from authenticity?" Her inner voice rebelled. "No, from your intolerance." Yet, seeing Emily's wide eyes, Olivia questioned her path. Alyssa arrived for support, but Robert's glare deepened the divide. "She's not welcome," he hissed. Alyssa left hurt, texting later, "I can't keep being the enemy." The strain threatened their bond. Love tested by external fires. Days blurred into avoidance. Olivia stayed home, trying to mend fences, but conversations circled blame. Margaret mediated. "We love you, but this lifestyle." Lifestyle? It diminished her identity to a choice. Inner turmoil surged. Suppress for acceptance or persist and alienate. Society's lens magnified news of anti-LGBT bills, workplace biases, fueling fear. Olivia confided in Dr. Hayes. "I feel like I'm drowning." The therapist urged, Prioritize your truth. But truth's cost loomed large. Alyssa's promotion deadline approached, forcing talks. If you stay, what about us? She asked, eyes pleading. Olivia hesitated. I can't abandon them. The impasse bred resentment. Alyssa feeling secondary, Olivia torn. Their argument peaked. Choose. Alyssa demanded. Olivia's response. It's not that simple. Simplicity eluded. Every choice carried loss. Then the catalyst. Olivia discovered Emily's secret diary. Entries praising her bravery but confessing confusion. I like a girl too. Am I like Liv? The revelation stunned. Her influence rippled, potentially endangering Emily in their conservative circle. Confronting Emily, tears flowed. Don't tell Dad. Olivia promised, but burden weighed. Protect sister or expose hypocrisy. Robert's health declined again, stress manifesting. Doctors advised calm, but he obsessed over saving Olivia. A family meeting turned intervention. Relatives gathered, preaching unity through conformity. Think of your future, an aunt urged. Future without love? Olivia's defiance cracked under pressure. Maybe I can try. The words betrayed her heart, but desperation spoke. Alyssa sensed the shift, confronting. You're giving in? Hurt, she pulled away. I won't wait forever. The distance ached, Olivia's thoughts chaotic. Lose love or family? Society's judgments echoed. Friends sharing stories of disownment, suicides from rejection. Was survival worth erasure? Reconnecting with Alyssa. Apologies mended temporarily. But a leaked photo of them kissing posted anonymously unleashed hell. Robert raged. Now everyone knows. Calls flooded, church condemning, neighbors gossiping. Olivia's job suffered. Boss hinted at distractions. The betrayal's source? A jealous ex-friend. Exposing vulnerability. Isolation deepened. Olivia's inner monologue turned desperate. Fight back or hide. Alyssa advocated activism. Speak out. But fear paralyzed. A protest invite tempted, join voices against discrimination, but Robert's plea stopped her. Don't embarrass us more. The turning point erupted at a family event. Relatives whispered, stares piercing. Olivia snapped, defending. Love isn't shame, Robert exploded. You're tearing us apart. The fallout. Emily defended her, revealing her crush. Chaos ensued. Robert's shock, Margaret's tears. Olivia's heart broke. Her choices endangered others. In the aftermath, Olivia fled to Alyssa, sobbing. It's too much. Alyssa held her. We can leave together. The offer shone, but roots tugged. Decisions loomed, consequences mounting. As tensions peaked, an unexpected alliance formed. Margaret confessed. I knew years ago. I just wanted peace. The admission shifted dynamics. Mother's silent support versus father's rigidity. But peace demanded sacrifice. Whose? Olivia's resolve crystallized. Confront Robert fully. Accept me or lose me. His response, silence then anger. The standoff bred more hurt. Family bonds straining to breaking. Alyssa's ultimatum arrived. New York or bust. Olivia's choice teetered. Inner conflict raging. Freedom's price versus familiarity's cage. Then disaster struck. Driving distraught after an argument, Olivia caused a minor accident, injuring a pedestrian slightly. Charges loomed. Reckless driving, potential jail. The event, born from emotional turmoil, thrust her into legal jeopardy. Robert, despite rift, hired a lawyer. You're still my daughter. But the trial promised exposure, secrets unraveling publicly. As court date neared, anxiety consumed. Olivia's thoughts. This is the cost, love's collateral damage. Alyssa stood by. We'll fight. But doubts whispered, was it all a mistake? The courtroom loomed like a judgment hall, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead as Olivia sat rigid beside her lawyer. The air thick with anticipation. Her mind replayed the accident. A moment's distraction from family strife, now amplified into charges of endangerment. Robert and Margaret flanked Emily in the gallery, their faces masks of worry. Alyssa waited outside, barred by Olivia's fear of further scandal. Why had love led here? The prosecutor's opening painted her as irresponsible, tying emotional instability to the crash. Instability from what? Her secret life, threatening to surface. Testimonies unfolded, Witnesses recounting the skid. The impact. Olivia's lawyer countered. Stress from personal matters, not malice. But the judge probed. What matters? Olivia's heart raced. Reveal or evade? Inner voice urged silence, but truth beckoned. Robert's eyes met hers, a silent plea. Don't drag us down. Alyssa's text buzzed. Be strong. Strength felt elusive amid societal glare. Reporters sniffing for drama. Whispers of that gay girl. The label, once private, now weaponized. Olivia testified, voice steady. I was upset, arguing with family. Details omitted, but the prosecutor pressed. About what? Hesitation cost credibility. The turning point came during cross-examination. A witness, the injured party, softened. It was an accident. But damages sought painted Olivia as liable, facing fines, probation, or worse, jail if negligence proven. Her lawyer whispered. We need sympathy. Sympathy through vulnerability. Robert took the stand unexpectedly, called as character witness. His testimony started strong. My daughter's a good person, raised right. But the prosecutor grilled. Any recent conflicts affecting her? Robert faltered, glancing at Olivia. The room tensed. Would he expose? In her mind, Olivia begged, don't. But desperation flashed in his eyes. Yes, he admitted. Family issues. Pressed further. What issues? Silence stretched, then erupted. She's a lesbian. That's the stress, hiding it from us, society. The courtroom gasped, murmurs rising. Olivia's world shattered. Her secret shouted to save her by humanizing the turmoil. The judge called order, but damage done. Olivia's thoughts screamed. Betrayal. How could he? Yet strategy dawned. Portray her as victim of prejudice, explaining distraction. The lawyer seized. See the pressure she faces? Sympathy shifted, jury's faces softening. Outside, Alyssa rushed in post-recess. He did what? Hurt mingled with relief, secret out, but at what cost? Olivia whispered. To save me. Irony burned. Father's intolerance wielded as defense. Deliberations dragged, Olivia's inner turmoil peaking. Freed by exposure or chained by judgment? Society's mirror reflected. Coming out involuntarily, stigma amplified. Friends texted support, but family? Robert avoided her gaze. Verdict. Guilty of lesser charge, probation, no jail. Relief washed, but victory hollow. Robert approached post-trial. I had to. For you. Olivia's response, cold stare. The save felt like violation, stripping agency. Media frenzy followed, headlines. Father outs daughter in court drama. Scrutiny intensified. Olivia's life dissected. Job offers rescinded. Strangers' messages ranged from hate to solidarity. Inner voice questioned. Was his act love or control? Family fallout immediate. Margaret hugged. He meant well. Emily defended. It helped. But Olivia felt exposed, raw. Confronting Robert. You had no right. His tears. I couldn't lose you to prison. Loss redefined, privacy for freedom. Alyssa consoled. Now we can be open. Openness terrified, yet liberated. Their relationship strengthened, but scars lingered. Olivia's thoughts. Payback through living authentically? Weeks post-trial, adjustments strained. Church shunned, relatives distanced. Robert sought reconciliation. I see your pain now. See your caused. Dialogues deepened, grudging understanding emerging. Alyssa's move to New York loomed. Come, she urged. Olivia wavered. Rebuild here or flee? Decision crystallized. Stay, force change. But Alyssa's hurt. You're choosing them. The split loomed, love's ultimate test. Arguments raged. I need time. Olivia pleaded. Alyssa. Time's up. Heartbreak ensued. Goodbyes tearful, promises broken. Alone, Olivia reflected. Sacrifices tally. Love lost, family fractured, self-gained? Society's evolution mocked personal tolls. Reconnecting with Emily, mentorship bloomed. Be you, Olivia advised, hypocrisy noted. Robert's therapy suggestion surprised. For all of us. Progress painful. As dust settled, Olivia pondered. Was outing justified? Months after the trial, Olivia wandered Chicago's streets alone. The chill wind mirroring her isolation. Alyssa had left for New York, their final call echoing, "I can't wait," in shadows. The breakup's ache lingered, a void where love once bloomed. Had she chosen family over heart? Inner regrets swirled. Cowardice or wisdom? Society's acceptance grew. Pride events bustling, but personal battles raged on. Robert's change was gradual, therapy sessions forcing confrontations. "I was scared," he admitted one evening, voice cracking, "of losing you to hell or worse." "Hell defined by doctrine, not deeds," Olivia pushed. "Your fear hurt me more." Tears bridged gaps, understanding dawning. But trust rebuilt slowly, each talk peeling layers of prejudice. Margaret's support solidified. "I should have spoken sooner." Her quiet advocacy, attending PFLAG meetings, shifted dynamics. Emily thrived, exploring identity safely. Olivia's ordeal a cautionary guide. "Thanks for paving the way," Emily said. "Paving with pain worth it?" Work rebounded. A new job at an inclusive firm embraced her story. Colleagues shared tales of resilience, community forming. But scars reminded. Outings violation irreversible. Media faded, but online trolls persisted. Hate mail questioning her lifestyle. Inner strength grew. Defiance over defeat. Reconnecting with Alyssa via text. "Miss you." Responses warm but distant. "Healing here." Regret nod. Had trials chaos doomed them? Olivia's thoughts. Love's timing wrong or sacrifices too great? A family trip tested progress. At a cabin, conversations flowed freer. Robert apologized publicly. "I was wrong to out you." The words healed partially, but Olivia questioned motive. Genuine or damage control? Emily's crush blossomed into a relationship. Robert's reaction measured. Be careful. Hypocrisy or growth? Social pressures evolved. Friends returned, some apologetic. Didn't know how to handle it. Others vanished, revealing true colors. Olivia's circle tightened, quality over quantity. Inner peace flickered. Authenticity's reward amid losses. Dr. Hayes noted. You've paid dearly but gained self. Dearly indeed. Love, privacy, innocence. Was the ledger balanced? A chance encounter with Alyssa during her visit reignited sparks. Coffee turned confessional. I pushed too hard, Alyssa admitted. Olivia. I held back. Forgiveness tentative, friendship rekindled. Romance. Uncertain, wounds fresh. As year turned, Olivia reflected on the journey. From hidden love to public spectacle, choices chains broken. But at what price? Family mended yet altered. Love lost, perhaps reclaimable. Society's mirror showed progress, laws protecting, cultures shifting, but individuals bore bruises. Olivia's voice strengthened, sharing her story at events. Outing wasn't choice but catalyst. Audiences debated. Ethical breach or desperate love? In quiet moments, doubts lingered. Fathers shout, salvation or selfishness? The question haunted, sparking internal debates. Emily's coming out to Robert tested ultimate change. His hug. I love you as is. Tears flowed, Olivia witnessing. Redemption? Yet Alyssa's absence ached. A call? Visit. Hope stirred, rebuild possible? Life's tapestry wove on. Threads of pain and triumph intertwined. Olivia stood taller, lessons etched. Love demands courage, society evolves slowly, families adapt or break. But in the end, was her father's courtroom outburst a heroic act of love? Or an unforgivable betrayal of trust?